Today we have Mr. Khurram Nayab, General Manager CSR and Head Governance, Anil Agarwal Foundation, Vedanta Limited. Now, that's a really long designation, sir. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for joining us today. We will first, let our audience know about your wonderful journey in the social impact space. That's been, I think, over 25 years now, uh, almost 25 years. So let's just start about, how's been your journey in the social impact space? What is keeping you motivated to be still at it?
Well, Bhaveshri, thank you very much. And thank you, everyone who's all joined us today. And so it's really a pleasure to be part of this podcast. Bhaveshri, your question is really like it goes back. I feel very nostalgic, in fact, at the moment, just to talk about. It's been 29 years and still counting by God's grace. I started my career as a development professional after completing my master's in social work from Jamia Millia Islamia way back in 2000, way back in 1996, and then since then I did 14 years in the developmental sector. I am also a trained auditor on social compliance, wherein I used to conduct a lot of shop floor labor audits, both nationally and internationally, for large brands. In, say, 2010, like one of my, in fact, I can say colleague earlier, but one of my friends, like he got to know that I was almost like I was in the crossroads. So he said, like, come over and we'll have a discussion. So he was DGM at that time, Deputy General Manager in Kane Oil and Gas at that time. So he called me to his place in the office, and then we had a discussion on what exactly I can do. So these guys wanted me that I should head their compliance and put the processes in place there.
Mm-hmm.
I said, fair enough, we can look at a possibility there. So when I started my journey with the corporate at that time, 2010, December 2010 was the day, was the date. In fact, like 20th December 2010 was the date. In fact, like when I started, I instituted the entire concept there, and now it is being taken forward. So that brings me to one major aspect that usually in CSR, what happens is that once the person goes, he takes the legacy with him, in fact. But when you institute a legacy within the system, within the team itself, it continues even though the person is going. So that's one key message which I wanted to highlight through this particular thing. So that now it's been like after in 2013, then what happened was my boss at that time, she told me that, okay, now FC is done, but we want your services still. So why don't you like look at the CSR of Kane Oil and Gas? So then actually my CSR journey in the corporate started at that particular time in Bardmer itself. I was managing the upstream operations CSR as well as the midstream operations CSR. So I was handling at that time 304, close to 304 villages across eight or nine districts of two districts of Rajasthan, Bardmer and Jalore, and seven districts of Gujarat. So that's the journey, and this went on till 2015-16. After 2015, in 2015, apparently, then the Honorable Prime Minister, like he had taken oath in 2014 at that time, and 2015 he met the key industry leaders, and Chairman Shri Anil Agarwal, she was one of them. In fact, so he asked Chairman that आप अनिल जी आप ऐसा कुछ करिए कि जो कि ना बिल्कुल यहाँ पे सोशल सेक्टर और सीएसआर बिल्कुल चेंज हो जाए, बदल जाए। ऐसा कुछ प्रोजेक्ट करिए कि भाई हम लोग अब दुनिया में माने जाए और जाने जाए इस चीज में, इंडिया। So this was in June 2015 at that time. See, what we did was earlier, before the Project Nandhar actually came into the picture, we researched a lot. In fact, after this particular question by chairman to my boss and us, in fact, as a team, तो वी रिसर्च अ लॉट, इनफैक्ट कौन सा वो प्रोजेक्ट हो सकता है जो कि बिल्कुल चेंज हो जाए, बिल्कुल सिनेरियो वहाँ पे बिल्कुल, एंड वेदांता वुड बी नोन फॉर इट, वेदांता शुड बी सिनोनिम टू विद दैट पर्टिकुलर प्रोजेक्ट इनफैक्ट. सो हमने ये देखा कि देयर इज नो कॉर्पोरेट एट दैट टाइम हु वाज इन्वेस्टिंग इन women and child. Corporates were investing in women and child in the sense that women empowerment programs were there. In the children, they were investing in like primary school education, secondary school education, and scholarship programs at that
Yeah.
time. There was no corporate at that time who was working on this particular segment. And then, of course, when you are touching 0 to 6 years of age, of course, you are touching maternal health also. If you're touching, then you're touching the women who are pregnant, natal and postnatal care also. So those sort of things that, and so we said, okay, this is a project which can change the entire dynamic structure. It can really like bring Vedanta to a particular segment that we are pioneers in this particular project. So that's what we said. We presented the concept to chairman. He liked the idea, and we did the prototype then. It is sort of a play school in a rural area.
Exactly.
Just for a layman language, like the
Hmm.
Kidsies of the world or the Mother's Pride of the world. We wanted to open up Mother's Pride or the Kidsies of the world in a rural setup. So
Hmm.
that's the Nandghar in fact. So when we went, we developed a prototype in Hasanpur village in Sonipat. So that's
Okay,
because
so
it was
just to
near
let our
India.
audience know that we are
Yeah.
talking about how Nandgarh was initiated and what was the idea behind it. And as you mentioned that the first Nandgarh was set up in.
The first Nandgarh was set up in, see, it was inaugurated on June 24th, 2015. So
Okay.
that was the prototype. That was the
Hmm.
prototype developed in Hasanpur, Sonipat, Haryana.
Mhm.
Then we wanted to show the proof of concept to the
Correct.
then Minister of Women and
Yeah.
Child Development, Shrimati Menka Gandhi, at that
Mm-hmm.
time.
Mm-hmm.
So we invited her and her office. She was quite happy. She came over and she approved the prototype at there and then itself. So at
Mm-hmm.
Hazarpur Sonipat, it is very difficult to let go of what you have created. In fact, so
Exactly. Right.
it is a baby for me, and this baby is now 10-year old. So of course, so it's really like it's so. See, I'm having goosebumps now at the moment. Just to talk
I'm
about it.
sure. Yeah.
So I tell you that. So on that day, day we inaugurated this particular project. So we signed an MOU with them. Apparently at that time, and then we started operations. So the first Nandghar after the MOU signing was in Varanasi. So earlier, what we used to do is that we used to like construct the it was right from the scratch. The government used to provide us with the land parcel, and we used to construct the Nandghar. And these Nandghars are like made of Ishnel technology, which is an Italian technology. And what it does is that it is insulated walls. It has insulated walls. Through this particular thing, what happens is that in the peak of summers, the Nandghar inside the Nandghar is 5 degrees centigrade cooler, and in
Mm-hmm.
the peak of winters it is 5 degrees centigrade warmer. So that was the technology which we used. We installed solar panels. So let me tell you some statistics. Till now we have 9,000 plus Nandghars across 15 states of India. We are covering more than 350,000 children, impacting more than 350,000 children, and impacting more than 270,000 women. Seeing this particular thing, like the finance minister of our country, Srimati Sitaraman, she announced in 2023, 2022, I think February, that Saksham Anganwadi guidelines. So these Saksham Anganwadi guidelines are around 80% guidelines taken from Nangar itself.
Nandgarh
Okay,
itself.
so
Okay.
that's so that, and she said that these Saksham Anganwadis has to be constructed by or developed by different corporates pan India. These
Okay.
corporates who are operating in different geographies.
Locations.
So
Okay.
it was, yes. So these 9,000. So this is a proof of concept which we presented to the government. We presented to different corporates, and also from this platform, I would like to also say that we are open to collaboration. We are open to partnerships. We want it is a call of action, and because there are 13.7 lakh Anganwadis pan India, and we have just done very minute of it. In fact, 9,000 is nothing at the moment. But if we join hands together, if all the corpses come forward and start constructing the Nanghar sort of a thing within their operational area, and I think these 13.7 lakh Anganwadis could be easily constructed into Nanghar and could be changed into Nanghar, and around 7 करोड़ बच्चा पूरा इसमें जो जो आंगनवाड़ी में जाता है, 30.7 लाख आंगनवाड़ी में 7 करोड़ बच्चा जाता है, 2 करोड़ महिलाएं जाती है. So imagine the scalability of this particular model, and imagine the scalability of this particular project. And just wanted to touch upon, like last year, like the organization made me the head of governance for Anil Agarwal Foundation. And let me tell you a little bit of Anil Agarwal Foundation. Basically, we want that all the CSR of Vedanta should be rooted through Anil Agarwal Foundation. So the
Understood.
entire concept is that we want to uniform the entire CSR of Vedanta. So that's what it is. In fact. So whatever money is there in the CSR should be flown in from Anil Agarwal Foundation. So that's why, like, we are strengthening the governance structure of Anil Agarwal Foundation, and that is my role at the moment. That's what I do, apart from the Nanghar thing, which I just explained you about it. In fact. So that's
Amazing. Yeah, thank you so much. I think it's beautiful example of amalgamation. I think कैसे हम technology का use करके, as you said, the 5 degree, कि कैसे 5 degree वो कम temperature रहता था inside the Nanghar when it was hotter outside, and during winters कैसे वो 5 degree temperature बढ़ जाता था. Yeah.
Let me just tell you one thing also. You raised the right thing on the technology front. So let me tell you, like, the monitoring of these Nanghars. In fact, like, कि बच्चे कितने आ रहे हैं, attendance कितनी है. तो ये 9,000 Nanghar में तो कैसे होगा, हो पॉसिबल नहीं था, बिल्कुल मैनुअली पॉसिबल नहीं था. So what we did was we developed an app. Like this app was given to the cluster coordinators and the आंगनवाड़ी workers. उनके फोन में डाल दिया, भाई आपको बस कुछ नहीं कर रहा, वो 5 क्वेश्चन का आंसर देना है आपको बस, कि Nanghar खुला कि नहीं खुला, कितने बच्चे आए उस दिन, कितने बच्चे एनरोल्ड है उसके अंदर, उनको न्यूट्रिशन मिला कि नहीं मिला, उनकी साथ एक्टिविटी जो दिन की एक्टिविटी थी वो हुई कि नहीं हुई. दैट्स इट. बस वो 5 क्वेश्चन का आंसर देना है उनको, वो उसमें करना है, वो डैशबोर्ड पे हमारा आ जाता है. इवन द चेयरमैन सिटिंग इन लंदन कैन इजीली सी कि भाई मेरे पास, अच्छा, उनके आईफोन में हमने डाल दिया और उनके उसमें देखते हैं अभी आज कितने Nanghar 9,000 में से कितने Nanghar खुले हैं, अच्छा 7,000 ही खुले हैं, भाई बुलाओ टीम को, क्लास होगी सबकी. So it was easy for him to also monitor the project, कैसे चल रहा है, क्या चल रहा है. So thank you, Bhageshwari. I just like forgot the digital aspect to it. In fact, the monitoring thing.
Yes. Thank you so much. I think as I was saying that कि टेक्नोलॉजी का काफी अच्छे से Nanghar ने यूज किया है, कैसे प्रोग्राम में इम्प्लीमेंटेशन करना है. आई थिंक ऑल्सो व्हाट आई रियली लाइक्ड अबाउट दैट, हमने ऑप्टिमल यूज ऑफ रिसोर्सेज हमने करके कम्युनिटी का के साथ इन पार्टनरशिप विद गवर्नमेंट एग्जिस्टिंग इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर को हमने रिवैम्प करके Nanghar के हमने कॉन्सेप्ट को स्केल किया. दैट इज ऑल्सो समथिंग दैट वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड इन सोशल सेक्टर, दैट there is not need to design and develop everything from scratch. You can use whatever we have at our हमारी जो भी हमारे आसपास जो भी रिसोर्सेज है उसको यूज करके भी हम शुरू कर सकते हैं. और आई थिंक विद द एग्जिस्टिंग इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, बिकॉज आई थिंक गवर्नमेंट के इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर काफी सारे ऑलरेडी है, rather than building new infrastructure, if we can use those existing infrastructure, it is going to obviously save a lot of time. As you said, gestation period काफी कम हो गया था, इनफैक्ट 0 हो गया था for Nanghar. वो कम हो जाता है. रिसोर्सेज जो हम सारा फंड्स लगा रहे हैं to build that infrastructure, we can use it somewhere else in scaling up the project. तो वो है. I think also how I really also like कि कैसे हमने एक ही सेंटर को मल्टी purpose center बना दिया था, where children were also so where children from 0 to 3 were also coming. Women were also coming and taking taking courses on entrepreneurship, and also in the evening जब कोई भी नहीं है तो वहाँ पे जो community के बड़े बुजुर्ग हैं वो वहाँ पे आके अपना utilize करते थे space. Yes. Thank you so much for explaining about Nanghar, and also telling us about how Anil Agarwal Foundation is being set up now, and all the resources and funds will be routed through that, because there is, I think, a lot of confusion in terms of कि वेदांता से funds मिल रहे हैं या फिर Anil Agarwal Foundation के through हो रहा है. तो and also I think it's a great opportunity, because you said that it's a call for action and call for proposals, where if anyone wants to start Nandgarh as a project, they can also reach out to Anil Agarwal Foundation. So just following up to that, I have seen a lot of posts from Mr. Anil Agarwal. I really, follow him on LinkedIn. And you also said that he also is very active. And I think Nandgarh being the flagship program for Vedanta and Anil Agarwal Foundation, he is very close and attached to it, right? So how does that looks like to him? Is like, obviously it's baby for the foundation now. So how does he take it, or is he still in touch with, does he like to visit any of these Nandgarhs, or if you would talk about that?
Well, let me tell you, it is. I tell you, it is when you talk about Nandgarh, मैं सबसे पहले इंपॉर्टेंट चीज ये बताऊंगा. वो ये कहते हैं, कई बारी मीटिंग शुरू में तो हमारी मीटिंग हर 15 दिन में होती थी, एंड ही टेक्स additional time. He takes time out from his business responsibility to come and take reviews from the team. When his meetings with us started, he is a child at heart. Let me tell you that.
Yeah.
तो सॉफ्ट, वो कहते थे भाई ऐसा है, हमारी टीम से कहते थे भाई ऐसा है, मुझे तो बस नंदगढ़ में ले लो तुम, बस मुझे कुछ काम ही नहीं करना है, बिजनेस का मुझे करना ही नहीं है, मुझे तो नंदगढ़ ही करना है बस. एकदम कितना अच्छा लगता है ये बच्चों के साथ. एंड I tell you, he celebrated Holi at Nandgarh. So उन्होंने अपने होली के लिए हम लोगों के साथ, बच्चों के साथ, सबके साथ वहाँ पे होली के लिए. I had some fond memories of that through some pictures and all. Also have those with me. So those memories in Badmer. So still at the moment he, and जो भी नंदगढ़ में प्रोग्रेस हुई है अभी तक, उनकी विजन है वो सारा. It is his vision that the project grounded at the moment. It was his vision that we could reach out to different parts of the country. In fact, through this project, chairman has demonstrated to the world that the leadership should back their social projects, so that like it is scaled up over a period of time. So that's so he was there at our every success. He is there at our every failure. He is there to support us, in fact. So and of course the funds released by him, like of course he is the one who releases a lot of funds. In fact, he releases the funds. He has in fact pledged 5,000 crore rupees over the next 5 years from his personal wealth. Yeah. Sorry, you were I interrupted you. Sorry, you were saying that you follow his page.
Yeah, I follow him a lot, and the kind of post and the kind of motivation he is, imparting in youths nowadays is amazing. उनके पोस्ट कई बार हिंदी में भी लिखते हैं वो, और वो भी बहुत मोटिवेटिंग होते हैं. So I am a big fan of his and his work and his dedication, obviously, for towards Nandgarh, because Nandgarh has become a model for Anganwadis now. Whenever I've been working in the education and livelihood space from quite some time. And I know whenever we think of, or any NGO for that matter, as per my knowledge, जब भी हम सोचते हैं कि हम आंगनवाड़ी मॉडल अगर हम शुरू कर रहे हैं, तो नंदगढ़ का एक बार जिक्र जरूर होता है कि हम देख लें एक बार नंदगढ़ का मॉडल उन्होंने क्या किया है. लेट्स जस्ट ट्राई एंड लर्न फ्रॉम देम, बिकॉज सोशल सेक्टर में हम कंपटीशन नहीं करते. It's more of a collaboration. We learn from each other to make, because the end goal is कि हम कैसे community का हम अच्छा कर सकें. Right. So with that, I think we've discussed a lot about the Nandgarh project, and I'm sure there are other projects also. I've gone through the report. So I've seen that Nandgarh तो अभी भी चल रहा है. Like जो first Nandgarh है वो भी अभी तक चल रहा है. Because obviously the children are there, the women keep on coming and all of that. But apart from Nandgarh, what do you think should, like, for example, apart from Nandgarh, if there is any other project, अगर कोई और project की हम बात करें, तो what should be the ideal duration of that project? Because अभी बहुत सारे NGOs भी struggle करते हैं जहाँ पे वो कहते हैं कि हमें सिर्फ 1 साल का ही सपोर्ट मिला है. देन व्हाट डू वी डू, बिकॉज सिर्फ 1 साल में तो आप जो चेंज एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं वो नहीं होता है. मोस्ट ऑफ द थीमेटिक्स, राइट, यू एंड आई बोथ नो. तो व्हाट शुड बी द आइडियल ड्यूरेशन ऑफ any CSR project so that we see some changes in the community as per your
Yes.
experience?
Yes. Great question, Bhageshwari. In fact, let me tell you, बेसिकली नंदघर की मैं कॉन्टेक्स्ट में बात करता हूँ अभी। देखिए, नंदघर को बने हुए 10 साल हो गए। कई कई
Hmm.
नंदघर तो 10 साल पुराने हैं, कई नंदघर 9 साल, ऐसे सिमिलरली लाइक इट्स रियली लाइक इन अ डिक्रीजिंग ऑर्डर। इनफैक्ट कई नंदघर 1 साल पुराने ही हैं। हाँ,
Mm-hmm.
सो बेसिकली जो हमारे हमने ये मॉडल बनाया था ऑपरेशंस का कि भाई नंदघर को पहले हम हैंड होल्ड करेंगे ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ 3 इयर्स, है
Okay.
ना। तो पहला आइडल आइडल स्केलेबिलिटी का जो प्रोजेक्ट होता है और आइडल सीएसआर का जो प्रोजेक्ट होता है, सोशल प्रोजेक्ट जो होता है, वो
Mm-hmm.
एटलीस्ट 3 साल का तो जरूरी होना चाहिए। यानी कोई भी कॉर्पोरेट अगर फंड कर रहा है या कोई भी कॉर्पोरेट अगर लेके जा रहा है, तो वो
Mm-hmm.
3 साल का ड्यूरेशन लेके चले उसको। उसके बाद
Mm-hmm.
ही उसके अंदर कुछ ना कुछ आपको द नीडल स्टार्ट्स मूविंग। Okay.
Okay.
The infant mortality, you take the indicators, the pre-primary school education, attendance, enrollment, those sort of things. The needle will start to move towards a positive
Mm-hmm.
direction. So
Mm-hmm.
after 3 years, so तीन
Okay.
साल का है। So what I'm saying is that वो 3 साल के बाद when you start wean off suddenly नहीं करना है। You don't cut the umbilical cord suddenly. You
Mm-hmm.
have to give time and space
Mm-hmm.
for it to gradually wean off. हमने 3 साल चलाया, 1 साल मीडियम टच, 1 साल लो टच करके आराम से नाउ जो नंतर 5-5 साल पुराने वो चल रहे हैं अब अपने आराम से। If you go and see that, वो चीज है।
Mm-hmm.
अगर उनको कोई दिक्कत होती है तो हम क्या करते हैं कई बार। अच्छा, और दूसरा एक चीज और हमने करती, कुछ नंदर्स को हमने जो कि ऑपरेशनल एरिया में थे हमारे, जैसे हमारे 17 बिजनेस यूनिट्स है, पैन इंडिया लेवल पर है। वी आर इनटू कॉपर, वी आर इनटू ऑयल एंड गैस, एल्यूमिनियम, जिंक, so you name it, and we are there in fact in that. So we have like पैन इंडिया लेवल पे है। तो जो बिजनेस यूनिट्स है जो हमारे, वो अपने सीएसआर करते हैं, तो उनके सीएसआर के अंदर हमने उनके बजट भी इनबिल्ट कर दिया नमगर का कंसेप्ट।
Okay.
तो अब वो लोग
Interesting.
देखते हैं, उनकी सीएसआर टीम देखती है अब, तो वो एरिया में। और जो सीएसआर में नहीं है, वो पंचायती राज इंस्टीट्यूशन आराम से देखते हैं, अपने गवर्नमेंट स्कीम्स के थ्रू चला रहे
Government
हैं।
schemes के through.
So
Understood.
that is how it is sustainable over a period of time. So, but you are right
Amazing.
that way कि 1 साल में I think you will not really, you will get frustrated. The corporate will also get frustrated. The implementing partner will also get bogged down, and वो impact नहीं आ पाएगा, मैं बता रहा हूँ।
Hmm.
या
True.
अभी मैं जो बोस्ट कर रहा हूँ 350,000 चिल्ड्रन एंड 270,000 वीमेन, वो इसलिए बोस्ट कर रहा हूँ बिकॉज ऑफ पार्टनर्स जो कि ग्राउंड लेवल पे काम कर रहे हैं, दिन रात एक कर रहे हैं वो लोग हमारे लिए।
Right.
तो वो है।
Right. Understood. Okay. We've talked about Nandgar's inception. We've talked about Anil sir's involvement and how close this project is to him. We've also spoken about the duration of the project. Now I wanted to understand from you, as in how the CSR decides on the thematics. If you could throw some light on that, कि कैसे वो थीमेटिक्स डिसाइड करते हैं कि हम अब लाइवलीहुड के प्रोजेक्ट्स हम करेंगे या हम स्किलिंग में प्रोजेक्ट्स सीएसआर फंडिंग हम देना चाहेंगे या फिर विमेन एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप पे हम करना चाहेंगे, तो हाउ आर दीज थीमेटिक्स इंटरनली डिसाइडेड एट द सीएसआर बोर्ड लेवल? सो इफ यू कुड जस्ट हेल्प अस अंडरस्टैंड दैट.
Okay. The corporate has to see सेक्शन 135 में सीएसआर में क्या क्या है, वो शेड्यूल में
करेक्ट.
कितनी एक्टिविटीज, क्या कौन सी एक्टिविटीज लिखी हुई है,
हम्म.
वो इम्पोर्टेंट है।
हम्म.
दूसरी चीज ये देखना है कि they have to mix and marry those activities with their needs assessment.
हम्म.
Needs assessment is the key. You have to marry the section 135 schedule 7 with your values and your perspective, the corporate perspective of CSR. So by that, what I mean is that the company, the corporate should really look at the needs assessment in that particular area. For example, I was mentioning the example of water being a luxury in Badmer. Badmer is arid area, a lot of sand out there. Temperature is extremes out there, 55 degrees centigrade in summers, peak summers. So it's really difficult. So that is why the water is one of the key component wherein and the community, whenever you talk to the community, they will say भैया पानी दे दो बस हमें किसी तरीके से, वो important है ना. So that is the community need. Thematic verticals जो decide होते हैं, it is based on the Companies Act, Schedule 7. Then
Yeah.
the baseline of that particular company, of that particular geography, and
Mhm.
also because see, when you do a baseline, you have to look at different what do you say, the target groups like women है, children है, elderlies है, then फिर उनका ये target group हो गया, फिर उसके बाद फिर वैसे वाले ग्रुप्स होंगे जैसे एग्रीकल्चर है या
Mhm.
वाटर है, इशू बेस्ड, वो चीज.
Mhm.
तो मिक्स्ड एंड मैरी करना पड़ेगा सबको, एंड देन यू कम आउट विद दीस थीमेटिक वर्टिकल्स. So for
Correct.
Vedanta, we have like, so for Vedanta at the moment, we do have thematic verticals on, of course, different companies have their own thematic verticals. Like for example, in Gain Oil and Gas, because since they operate in Badmer, it is water for them. But for we also have a thematic vertical for the entire corporate as such, है
Mhm.
ना, ताकि यूनिफॉर्मिटी निकल के आ जाए उसके अंदर से जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल आता है एजुकेशन, हेल्थ, एनिमल वेलफेयर इज वन ऑफ द की आल्सो, विद सुप्रीम कोर्ट रूलिंग ऑन अगेंस्ट. सो ये सब भी गवर्नमेंट एंगल देखते हुए भी, बेसलाइन देखते हुए भी, ये सब डिसाइड करता है कि भी क्या थीमेटिक वर्टिकल्स होने चाहिए, है ना,
Hmm.
कंपनी के लिए.
Correct.
इट कुड चेंज डिफरेंट, यानी प्रायोरिटी डिफरेंट लेवल की हो सकती है, डिग्री हो सकती है.
Understood. So you're saying that the corporate then takes an effort to do the need assessment of the community first, and then they decide on the
Yeah.
thematics, and based on the thematics, they look out for NGO partners in that thematics कि कौन से NGO partners जो हैं वो इस expertise के साथ set होते हैं as per our CSR thematics.
Not see, basically this, we don't look out for NGO partners. What we do is, I'm telling you what Vedanta does. In fact,
Mm-hmm.
we come out with a scope of work. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
we have decided the thematics, and now we want to say, for example, do a project in women skill development. So we will come out with a scope of work that skill development में ये काम करना है. This is a scope of work, and we put that scope of work on public domain. पब्लिक डोमेन जो कौन सी वेबसाइट है, जैसे लिंक्डइन हो गया या सीएसआर बॉक्स हो गया या अदर वेबसाइट जो के पब्लिक डोमेन की वेबसाइट है, वेयर इम्प्लीमेंटिंग पार्टनर्स एंड सिविल सोसाइटी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन दे फ्रीक्वेंट. तो वहां
Understood.
पे डाल देते हैं हम लोग, एंड
Mm-hmm.
वहां से फिर दीज ऑर्गेनाइजेशन इम्प्लीमेंटिंग पार्टनर्स दे अप्लाई
Mm-hmm.
दे, एंड इट इज द कमर्शियल प्रोसेस. हमारा
Mm.
पूरा प्रोसेस ही कमर्शियल है, एंड इट इज नॉट अ बायस प्रोसेस बिकॉज इट इज डिजिटल है पूरा प्रोसेस. तो उसके थ्रू वी सेलेक्ट द पार्टनर्स.
Okay, understood. So, we have gone through how, you ask for scope of work and then how NGO fits in, right? Now, when you're selecting any of the NGOs, as in any of the partners for operations at the ground, so what are the, green flags that you look at? Maybe, obviously they've sent the detailed scope of work. उन्होंने सारा जो भी आपके questions है उन questions के answers आपको दे दिए. But what is something that you see कि हाँ ये organization को हम आगे लेकर जा सकते हैं? What are the green flags for it? And similarly, what are the red flags for it? When you say कि नहीं नहीं ये organization के साथ हम आगे काम नहीं कर सकते.
See, the green flags when we talk about organizations, see, scope of work में क्या होता है, when they apply, I receive at least entries from 100 organizations. 100 organizations को वो करना बहुत, it is a difficult process in fact. So what we do is that we set down a technical वो होता है parameters. Technical
Mhm.
parameters में कैसा आ जाता है, for example, that पहला point होगा उसके अंदर के the understanding of the proposal दे देंगे ना वो लोग, तो उनके अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ द स्कोप ऑफ वर्क. पहला
Mhm.
पॉइंट ये होता है कि भी क्या हाउ वेल द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन हैज अंडरस्टूड द स्कोप ऑफ वर्क, है ना.
Mhm. Mhm.
अगर वो प्रपोजल से निकल के आ रहा है कि नहीं आ रहा है, कि सपोज इफ यू सेट वुमेन एम्पावरमेंट का है, तो वुमेन एम्पावरमेंट के अंदर हाउ विल दे सेलेक्ट द टारगेट ग्रुप, व्हाट इज द मेथोडोलॉजी, व्हाट इज द, ये सब चीजें निकल के आ रहा है, पहला
Mhm.
पॉइंट. दूसरा पॉइंट ये है कि भाई व्हाट इज देयर एक्सपीरियंस इन दैट पर्टिकुलर एरिया, है ना,
Exactly.
दैट
Okay.
geography,
Makes sense.
whether
Yeah.
it's operation in that geography or not. For example,
Mhm.
अगर मेरा प्रोजेक्ट राजस्थान में चल रहा है, तो एन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन विच इज वर्किंग इन तमिलनाडु, I will possibly not be interested in like taking it forward there, है ना? And because the geographical India is such a diverse country and such a vast country that it is difficult for a person working in South India to really maneuver the project in Rajasthan, because community, culture, religion, everything
The
matters there.
local
Customs,
understanding
culture,
of that
everything.
community is very important.
The local,
Okay.
हाँ,
Hmm.
the local, हाँ,
Hmm.
वो चीज वो इम्पोर्टेंट है. दूसरा पॉइंट, तीसरा पॉइंट इज दैट वेदर द क्रेडेंशियल्स कितने हैं उनका, उन्होंने वहां पे किन किन लोगों के साथ किस लेवल पे काम किया हुआ
Okay.
है. इज इट अ न्यू बी इन द मार्केट प्लेस, और वेदर द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन बहुत पुराने टाइम से काम कर रही है वहां पे, दे हैव देयर ऑपरेशंस इन प्लेस एंड उन्होंने अच्छा काम किया हुआ है. इसके बाद आता है हमारा कि मेथोडोलॉजी उनकी, जो जो कि ऑफ कोर्स पहले वाले पॉइंट में कवर हो जाती है, बट देन मेथोडोलॉजी इन द सेंस दैट यू कंपेयर टू ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस, जैसे 5 यानी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है तो कंपेयर करते हैं कि मेथोडोलॉजी क्या है, इनकी क्या है, इसकी क्या मेथोडोलॉजी है, कौन सी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की मेथोडोलॉजी ज्यादा अच्छी रहेगी उस लेवल पे. यानी because we know because we are in that particular geography for a while, in fact, and we know the place, तो मेथोडोलॉजी कैसी होगी. अब ये सब टेक्निकली क्वालिफाई कर जाती है अगर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन उसके अंदर, तो देन कम्स द फाइनेंशियल पार्ट. फाइनेंशियल पार्ट हम लोगों को नहीं पता रहता अब तक, वो कमर्शियल टीम के पास ही रहता है. टू टू डू अवे विद बाइस, ठीक है, तो वो कमर्शियल टीम के पास रहता है. हम लोग सेलेक्ट करते हैं फिर फाइनेंशियल में कौन L1 है, L2 है, L3 है, कौन वो करता है फिर. तो ये बेसिकली ग्रीन फ्लैग्स है, बट देन इट डिपेंड्स अपॉन द एंटायर सेट. इट्स नॉट रियली हार्ड एंड फास्ट रूल, बट दीज आर मोटा माटी जैसे करके ये चीज.
Understood. Understood.
That's what it is. But these are certain experiences which I'm sharing with the
definitely.
audience, in fact, so that they learn from it. And but then जरूरी नहीं कि ये उनके यहाँ सक्सेसफुल होगा, है ना? कल को ये नहीं होना चाहिए कि भाई you said this, ये किया हमने, ये नहीं हुआ, है ना?
No, that's
just
perfectly
caveat,
fine.
in fact.
Yes, no, I think that's what we learn from. So the objective of this podcast and this show, and to have guests like you, so we wanted to understand from your experiences. It's not that there is nothing universal, especially in social sector, everything is very dynamic. कुछ भी एक जैसा नहीं रहता. You know, from 1 kilometer के radius में ही चीजें change हो जाती है. From one gram panchayat to another gram panchayat, everything changes. So this is something that I've realized very, early in my career. कि कुछ भी community में या social work में कुछ काम नहीं एक जैसा नहीं रहता.
I'm happy that coming from ISP, you like knowing all these things from a management institute and all.
Yeah, but social work is close to my heart.
Yeah, oh, lovely.
Yeah, I always was driven towards social sector. I've always worked towards and in social impact space, and I'm no plan moving out of social sector. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You were mentioning about, how are you as a leader, and you're also leading a team right now. So I see a lot of, requests coming to me as well. And in general, people are looking out, and there's a lot of interest now. I see that people wants to get into CSR space. Like they are formally taking education of social sector, and then they want to get into CSR space. So what, according to you, are some skills, कुछ skills जो required हैं to get a job in CSR?
Okay. See, basically important ये है कि you should be an extrovert. Because इसके अंदर इंट्रोवर्ट का काम ही नहीं है. यानी इंट्रोवर्ट कैन बिकम एन एक्सट्रोवर्ट एट अ लेटर स्टेज, वो ठीक है, एक बार काम पड़ेगा तो वो करेगा काम, तो वो चीज में. बट अगर नेचुरल टेंडेंसी उसकी एक्सट्रोवर्ट की है, he or she wants to meet the people, he or she wants to really like एक तरह से एक स्लैंग लैंग्वेज में और लोकल लैंग्वेज में एक बकायत होना चाहिए कि भाई बातचीत, यानी एक वो कर, यानी हर किसी टॉपिक पे बात होनी चाहिए, एकदम चीजें गांव वालों से बात करनी चाहिए. एम्पैथेटिक होना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है कि द पर्सन शुड बी अ गुड लिसनर, वो इम्पोर्टेंट है. देखिए बेसिकली कोर्सेज एंड ऑल तो वो है सारे, IISc है, इंडियन इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ कॉर्पोरेट अफेयर्स है मानेसर में, वो कोर्सेज कराता है. CSR के कोर्सेज होते हैं, 6 महीने के कोर्सेज होते हैं. देयर सस्टेनेबिलिटी कोर्सेज आल्सो इनफैक्ट, तो वो सब है. बट देन एक इंट्रिंसिक जो अंदर से आता है निकल के, इंटरनल सिचुएशन जो है एम्पैथेटिक इंपॉर्टेंट है उसका, यानी लिसनिंग स्किल्स इज इम्पोर्टेंट. देन हिज टॉक टू द कम्युनिटी, जो एक वो रहता है एक्सट्रोवर्टनेस
रैपो
रहता है, वो
बिल्डिंग कैसे
इम्पोर्टेंट है।
होता है, हाँ. हम्म.
रैपो बिल्डिंग के लिए वो इम्पोर्टेंट है। एंड द पर्सन शुड बी विलिंग टू स्टे इन द कम्युनिटी,
नो,
वो
अब इट
चीज।
मेक सेंस राइट, अंटिल अनलेस आपको कम्युनिटी की
हाँ
पहचान नहीं है, आप कम्युनिटी को
हाँ
समझते नहीं,
हाँ
आप उनके लिए
हाँ
काम कैसे करेंगे?
हाँ,
इट्स वेरी
नहीं कर
इजी टू
पाए, नहीं
सिट
कर पाए।
इन एन एसी
हाँ
कैबिन एंड से कि
हाँ
अरे ऐसे
हाँ
होना चाहिए, वैसे होना चाहिए, बट अगर until unless
हाँ
you are in the location, in that community,
हाँ
you've spoken to them, you understand what their challenges, तब तक आप वो काम नहीं कर पाएंगे, be it a CSR or be it in NGOs. No, I think that goes same with all the verticals. I think in working in the social impact space,
हाँ
चाहे आप एक fundraiser हैं, like I help NGOs in raising funds for them. I also
हाँ
work with corporates in designing their CSR strategies and helping them find relevant NGOs for their partner as their partners. So for me also, it is very important to know what the community needs. Community understanding is important because आप communicate कैसे करोगे जब आप फंड रेज कर रहे हो, तो आप वो स्टोरी नहीं नरेट कर पाओगे, आपका वो पैशन नहीं दिखेगा जब आप बात करते हैं, दैट स्टोरी टेलिंग फैक्टर विल बी मिसिंग, द एम्पैथी इन दैट विल बी मिसिंग, द पैशन विल इन योर वॉइस व्हेन यू टॉक, तो वो सारी चीजें बहुत मिस हो जाती हैं जब आप बात करते हैं.
when I've seen presentations, बोर्ड रूम में जब एनजीओ आके देते हैं, लंबी स्लाइडें रहती हैं। मैं अब जैसे डूज एंड डोंट भी मैं बता रहा हूँ। डोंट्स बेसिकली 50 स्लाइड्स हैं, और वहां पे तुम्हारे पास 20 मिनट्स हैं, और 50 स्लाइड्स को 20 मिनट्स के अंदर कैसे करना, वो इट्स
या.
नाइटमेयर फॉर बोथ, फॉर द कॉर्पोरेट एज वेल एज फॉर द एनजीओ पार्टनर एज वेल। भाई वो 20 मिनट के अंदर, 10 स्लाइड के अंदर, हाउ डू यू नरेट योर स्टफ? सो दैट इज
एग्जैक्टली.
द मेक और ब्रेक, वो
या.
चीज। वो कई एनजीओ को ये चीज आ नहीं पाती है, तो वो इम्पोर्टेंट है। वो चीज अगर ये चीज, और स्पेशली द ग्रास, बहुत अच्छा काम है ग्रास रूट लेवल का, लेकिन हाउ टू टेल द स्टोरी, जब तक के लिए कॉर्पोरेट बोर्ड रूम में आप स्टोरी नहीं बता पाए अपनी, और वो चीज नहीं कर पाए, तब बहुत डिफिकल्ट हो जाता है।
True. I think the first 5 minutes is the make or break, is what I have
या
realized. आपने अगर वो 5 मिनट, फर्स्ट 5 मिनट्स when you start a presentation
हाँ,
or maybe a pitch, वो मेक और ब्रेक तभी हो जाता है, एंड यू अंडरस्टैंड फ्रॉम द
वो
अदर
इम्पोर्टेंट।
पर्सन फेस कि वो वेदर दे आर टेकिंग
हाँ
इट और नो, वेदर दे बिलीविंग इट
हाँ
और नो,
हाँ
आप
हाँ
एक्सप्रेशन
हाँ
आपको
हाँ,
समझ में
वो
आ जाते हैं,
इम्पोर्टेंट।
एंड वही पे
हाँ
आपकी स्टोरी टेलिंग आपको काम आ जाती है कि वो कितने ध्यान से सुन रहे हैं
हाँ
और
हाँ
सुन भी रहे हैं कि
हाँ,
नहीं,
बस
और बैक ऑफ द माइंड उनके
वो
टास्क चल रहे हैं कि
इम्पोर्टेंट।
अब ये मीटिंग जल्दी खत्म
हाँ,
हो तो
कि
मुझे
यार ये
मेल्स
बात तो, ये
भेजने
खत्म होता है, ये दूसरा
हैं.
आई टेल यू।
Yeah. Okay. So as part of our next segment, what I have done is, I also write something, every day on LinkedIn. And as part of that, I've, kind of managed to build a community. And we have told them that you will be our guest for this podcast and for this show. So what will be their questions for you? So that, it doesn't feel like, we are just doing it. Both of us are doing it. I
हाँ
wanted the community to be part of it, and it
या,
comes straight from their experiences and what are their challenges. So
बहुत
because
से
of that, we've taken some questions.
Oh my God,
Um,
this section seems, this segment seems a difficult one then.
I'm
I've
sure,
seen
no,
this
given that
section.
given that your experience, I'm sure it
Yeah.
will not be difficult for you. This is one question that I really, I would have added in my question, but I think अगर ये question आ गया था community, so that's why I've not added in my list of questions. So this was a question coming from a person saying कि how about we adopt a community altogether and do a holistic intervention, like for example, एक community को हमने adopt कर लिया, कोई भी एक गांव हो, जिला परिषद, ग्राम पंचायत हो, उसको हमने adopt कर लिया like a child, and then we do bring in NGO experts and do holistic development of the community rather than doing education in so and so and so locations. We do it in one location, everything. Like हमने women empowerment भी कर लिया, education भी कर लिया, skilling भी कर लिया, sanitation and hygiene भी कर लिया, environment भी कर लिया. What do you think about that? Do you think that CSR would want to get something into like that, or they'll be like, no, हमारे जो geographies हैं, जो thematics हैं, वही वैसे ही हम करने वाले.
Great question. In fact, good one. In fact, whoever have asked this one. So let me tell you, there's a program called Integrated Village Development Program. I think
Hmm.
did I refer this to you? In the Integrated Village Development Program, the concept of this particular program is that only that entire thing, both
Mm-hmm.
the infrastructure plus the social aspect, is brought into one particular program itself. हाँ,
Mm-hmm.
उसके अंदर क्या होगा कि आपका जो गांव की जो वेस्ट मटेरियल है, जो वेस्ट है गांव का, वो कैसे डिस्पोज होगा, वहां से लेकर बच्चा कौन से प्राइमरी स्कूल में जाएगा, कौन से आंगनवाड़ी में जाएगा, वहां तक, यानी
Mm-hmm.
इट कवर्स द एंटायर लेंथ एंड ब्रेथ ऑफ द सोशल एस्पेक्ट ऑफ सोशल थ्रेड ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर विलेज। वो चीज
Okay.
इंटीग्रेटेड विलेज डेवलपमेंट है, और वही चीज
Hmm.
हम लोगों ने नंदर के प्रोजेक्ट में अडॉप्ट करने की कोशिश की है। एंड इट इज अ
Understood.
गुड थॉट इन फैक्ट विच इज दैट, एंड कॉर्पोरेट शुड इन फैक्ट, बिकॉज ऑफ कोर्स सी व्हेन यू आर डूइंग सेलेक्टिवली प्रोजेक्ट्स, फॉर एग्जांपल हेल्थ कहीं आप कर रहे हो, एजुकेशन कहीं आप कर रहे हो, तो इट बिकम शैलो, आप में
Hmm.
इम्पैक्ट नहीं आएगा।
True.
वो शैलो शैलो चीज आएगी, इम्पैक्ट जब लाना होगा तो होलिस्टिक डेवलपमेंट और इंटीग्रेटेड डेवलपमेंट यही होगा फिर।
Yes, yes, perfect. Uh, okay, now we also see that a lot of focus has been moved towards aspirational districts.
Oh
Earlier,
yes, aspirational blocks you can say,
blocks, yes.
aspirational blocks these days।
Hmm.
अब तो डिस्ट्रिक्ट था पहले,
Hmm.
अब ब्लॉक्स पे आ गया है वो।
हाँ, हाँ. So, do you think that now corporates will start moving out from all the states and then will only focus on that, or it should be a balance? Because somewhere I think we need a balance between both of them. We just can't leave the existing locations and move completely towards that. So, what are your thoughts on that?
See, of course, the important thing here is that of course the corporates will certainly do and continue to do work in the operational areas. So that is there's no doubt about it. In fact,
Hmm.
they will continue to do, and they should do it. In fact,
Hmm.
because वहाँ पे वो अपना operations चल रहा है, तो of course the first primary beneficiary and the target group should be the people who are there in the operational area. So that's one thing. Having said that, but now since government is a key stakeholder of the corporate, in fact, so, and if a government comes out with a aspirational blocks program, so there's some mathematics to it also. So that
Hmm.
is why we should respect that mathematics which the government has come out, and we should also look at the possibility of investing in these aspirational blocks as well. तो वो
True.
चीज करते हैं। I can give you Baran. Baran is one of the aspirational districts in Rajasthan. We do not have operations there. We are working out there. Lanchikad, I think there's another one there. In fact, in Odisha. So even though we have operations there, we are also working there. Most of the districts get covered a lot of CSR. They get a lot of CSR funds, while the others do not get.
Hmm.
So it also covers the entire thing, and it also equate the CSR funding as well. So
True.
which is balanced then.
Yeah, understood. So, coming back to the glamorous question, ESG and sustainability. Since CSR, ESG, and sustainability are different domains, what are their intersection and prospects in the field?
Quite a valid question in the scenario, because since CSR, CSR is now moving to ESG, and similarly ESG is moving to sustainability. So that's what it is, in fact. So let me just first let us understand what exactly is CSR all about. CSR is corporate social responsibility, as we have already said that. So, but it also encompasses community impact. Okay, so
Hmm.
that's important. Community is the core of CSR. So for any corporate, so that's the given, in fact. When we move to ESG, then two other angles also get added to it, in fact. So what is those two other angles? Like E is the environment angle, S is of course the social angle, which is covered under CSR, and G is the governance angle. So which means governance, like a good governance should be possible for we have discussed this particularly, why
Hmm.
good governance is important for
Yeah.
a good CSR program, in fact. So
Hmm.
that's, and for good implement. So ESG, going into the ESG domain. So that's one
Hmm.
thing. And environment being the key buzzword now, with climate change and carbon credits coming into the fold. So it is a natural progression from CSR to ESG thing. So now going to a broader fold, which is like sustainability. See, by sustainability we mean that whatever we are experiencing, we should also see that our children, our grandchildren, or the coming generation should experience the same thing. So that's like it's really there for ever. In fact, the
Hmm.
sustainability is that. In fact, that's that domain, which comes a long-term strategy. So, which is like, if I can say that CSR is community impact, ESG is compliance and risk, and sustainability is a long-term strategy. Yeah, so that's how the intersection between the three goes. In fact, now coming to the basically, I would also like to add a fourth dimension to it. In fact, because which is also I've seen that corporate affairs. Now, corporate affairs, people think corporate affairs people are different people. Like they are people who are only dealing with government, only dealing with at the corporate level, at the government level, and looking at the policy document and looking at the policy lobbying sort of a thing there. But if you see, ये सब कहाँ से निकल के आता है? ये सब निकल के आता है CSR से ही निकल के आता है ना. Suppose, for example, if I'm वहाँ पे मान लो महाराष्ट्र में कोई प्रोजेक्ट चल रहा है जो टेंडू लीफ वर्कर्स के लिए काम कर रहे हैं, कोई है ना, एग्जांपल दे रहा हूँ, और टेंडू लीफ वर्कर्स के लिए प्रोजेक्ट काम कर रहा है, CSR वहां पे काम कर रहा है वहां पर. तो और गवर्नमेंट की पॉलिसी है कि भाई टेंडू लीव्स दे आर मेड इन फॉर दीज बीडीज एंड tobacco and all, like they used to make those, in fact.
Yeah.
So of course, if you work in Maharashtra, you know that farmers जो टेंडू लीफ उगा रहे हैं वहां के ऊपर पॉलिसी लेवल का डिसीजन है पूरा. एंड तो इसमें कॉर्पोरेट सेक्टर वाले या कॉर्पोरेट अफेयर्स वाले काम करेंगे ज्यादातर. बट देन अननेसेसरी कॉर्पोरेट अफेयर्स वाले काम CSR से लेके आएंगे कि भाई ये डेटा है, ये है. They will not be able to talk to the government out here, है ना. So I add another dimension to it. In fact, CSR and corporate affairs, then ESG and sustainability over a long-term period.
It's clear. I think corporate affairs is a very valid point that you've brought in, because we often miss out on the other aspects which are influencing the CSR, ESG, and sustainability.
Yeah.
So corporate affairs, as you mentioned, is one of that pillar as well. Here we come at the end of the questions that has come from the community, but I have two more questions before we close the session, and that's is what's the one thing that you would want to change in the current social sector space? It could be CSR, NGO, if given an opportunity.
In my view, the CSR has still not become a revolution.
Yeah.
Revolution, and it is an evolution, I can say. We are 10 years down the line, more than 10 years down the line, with the CSR Act coming to the fray. India is the first country to mandate the law.
Mandate CSR,
law.
yes.
No other country is there, like who's mandated the law. But then 10 years down the line, more than 10 years down the line also, we are still at a evolution stage. We are not in a revolution stage. Revolution stage tab aayega jab we look at scalable models. We move at volumes. In fact, we move at partnerships, like government and corporate sector with the civil society partnerships होंगे जो कि they will talk about reducing the poverty sort of a thing. Revolution तब आएगा जब ये हमारा जो है GDP increase होगा, purchasing power parity increase होगी, scalable models आएंगे, वो होगा revolution CSR का तब होगा. Coming back to your question, in fact, के what see, I want that both NGO and corporate should change their perspective towards each other. At the moment, the NGO sees corporate as a donor. जैसे ही वो ये देखती है ना, then their stature in the partnership is low. एक बारी वो हो गया ना, तो corporate dominates the NGO then. So वो बहुत गलत है. Similarly, the corporate sees the NGO as even the implement partner, ठीक है, as a vendor. जहां पे, क्योंकि जहां अगर कॉर्पोरेट ने वेंडर देखना जब से शुरू किया, इसका मतलब है कि पार्टनर वो एनजीओ को एज डिफरेंट कॉन्ट्रैक्टर देख रहा है, वो अपना पार्टनर नहीं देख रहा है वो चीज.
So true.
जब कॉर्पोरेट ने अपना एनजीओ को पार्टनर समझना शुरू कर देगा वो, तो तब कहीं जाके पक्का वो इम्प्लीमेंटिंग पार्टनर ही बनेगा. वो दोनों एक पेज पे रह के बात कर सकते हैं चीजें. दैट्स द की. इनफैक्ट दो चीज. इसमें मैं एक तीसरा एंगल और ऐड करना चाहूंगा कि गवर्नमेंट जो कि पॉलिसी मेकिंग डिसीजन मेकिंग बॉडी है, इनफैक्ट दे शुड आल्सो कम फॉरवर्ड एंड जब ये ऐसे एक्ट निकालती है, ऐसे रूल्स निकालती है, वो तो आई थिंक गवर्नमेंट डज दैट. इनफैक्ट दे शुड ओपन दिस पर्टिकुलर टू डिफरेंट एनजीओज एंड कॉर्पोरेट टू कम फॉरवर्ड एट द सेम प्लेटफॉर्म एंड डिस्कस इट कि भाई हम लोगों ने 11 साल काम किया है इसके ऊपर, मिलके काम किया, ये हमारी लर्निंग्स हुई हैं, ये हमारी यानी लर्निंग नहीं हो पाई, ये इम्पैक्ट ये वाला नहीं हो पाया, तो इसके लिए क्या करना है आगे, हाउ डू
Hmm.
वी गो अबाउट चेंजिंग दैट एंटायर सिनेरियो, बेस्ड ऑन दैट policy making and decision making and law should be made and the rules
Hmm.
should be made framed there. So
Yeah, no, I completely resonate with what you said right now because in my one of my recent posts also, I've mentioned that earlier we were talking about that social sector should work together. It's collaboration and partnership. Then I've also spoken about how NGO and a corporate should work as a collaborator rather than thinking themselves as a donor or a receiving end of it, right?
recipient.
Yes. I think the bringing in government is also very important because at the end of the day, it's for the community. It's not for you or it for me, right? जब तक आप गवर्नमेंट को एज अ कोलैबोरेटर नहीं समझते हैं, आप उनके साथ काम नहीं करते, तो हम इवोल्यूशन फेज में ही रहेंगे. We will not be able to get to the revolution phase that you're
Revolution.
saying, right? So that is also very important where we say that अगर हमें सबका विकास करना है तो सबके साथ ही होगा. हम
सही बात.
इंडिविजुअली साइलोज में हम काम नहीं कर सकते एंड सोशल सेक्टर वाज
नहीं
नेवर
कर
मेंट फॉर दैट. वी आर नॉट हियर टू compete with each other. We are here to collaborate with each other. We are here to learn from each other so that ऐसी पॉलिसीज बने जो सबके लिए काम आए, ऐसी स्कीम्स बने जो सब उसको एक्सेस कर पाए, बिकॉज देर आर सो मेनी स्कीम्स इवन राइट नाउ दैट a lot of us do not know, right? But when we
नहीं, of
come
course.
come in a room, government, corporate and the NGO saying ki these are the need of the community and this is where we need the government support and this is where we need the corporate's expertise, that's where we'll create a model which is scalable and also for the larger good of society.
Certainly, certainly. So I was saying, like you talked a very valid point. In fact, like the schemes. In fact, we didn't discuss this, but if you see the schemes of the government, like they are pro community, they are pro, and if we utilize these schemes regularly by the civil society organizations and the corporates, I think like it's really good. You will save the resources out there. अब जैसे उज्ज्वला जो योजना है, जो कि दे प्रोवाइड विद दोस गैस सिलेंडर्स
Hmm.
टू द रूरल वुमेन, कितने लोगों को पता है? नहीं पता. जब पता चल जाएगा तो राशन कार्ड लेके लाइन लग जाएगी वहां पर. तो उसमें कॉर्पोरेट का ही फायदा रहेगा ना उसके अंदर
Hmm.
चीजें. तो इसके लिए मेरा ये है कि फर्स्ट बोथ द कॉर्पोरेट एंड द एनजीओ शुड सिट टुगेदर एंड हाईलाइट कि भी उनकी एरिया के अंदर कौन सी स्कीम चल रही हैं, देन अप्रोच द गवर्नमेंट कि भैया इस स्कीम को कैसे हम टैप कर सकते हैं, है ना?
Correct.
वैलिड पॉइंट.
Perfect. Perfect. Thank you. Last question, and one of my favorite question, and this is the question that I almost ask everybody I meet, be it corporate or be it from an NGO person. How do you define philanthropy? I'm always amazed with the answers that I get from industry experts. Like for everybody, it's different. Like in layman terms, I mean, you Google it, it's like giving back or giving money to the development for the development of the society. But right now I've realized the definition of philanthropy is very different from person to person. So what is it for you?
Okay. See, philanthropy can be a synonym to charity, I believe. In fact. See, but by philanthropy, see what I mean is that you have given the money out and you don't have any control over that particular money. Meaning, for example, if and you say ना पुराने वेदों में और कुरान में सब जगह ये भी लिखा हुआ है कि भाई you should give, suppose if you give with your right hand, the left hand should not know that the right hand has given the money. तो वो होती है philanthropy, in fact. जैसे, and see, these days the difference between philanthropy and CSR is that like with CSR you need to know कि, where is your buck going, है
Hmm.
ना? You want value for your buck, in fact, and you want to see that the community has changed. The impact is there, in fact. पहले फिलैंथ्रोपी का कैसे होता था शुरू में? इट स्टार्टेड द सीएसआर, लाइक द इवोल्यूशन ऑफ सीएसआर स्टार्टेड विद फिलैंथ्रोपी ओनली.
Philanthropy, yes.
पहले फिलैंथ्रोपी क्या होता था? फिलैंथ्रोपी बड़े बड़े यानी मंदिरों में पैसा दिया जाता था, मस्जिदों में पैसा दिया जाता था, मदरसे बनाए जाते थे, एंड लोग भूल जाते थे फिर कि भाई इतना पैसा हमने यानी 500 करोड़ दे दिया उसके अंदर दरगाह के बनाने के लिए, बस ठीक है. उसके बाद कोई अकाउंटेबिलिटी नहीं है। वो 500 करोड़ में से 1 करोड़ गया है, बस बाकी 499 करोड़ किसी और के जेब में चले गए। यू नेवर नो, यू डोंट नो
True.
दैट।
Yeah.
इसमें फिर क्या कहते थे, इसमें क्या कहते थे, जो डोनर जो होता था वो कहता था भी मेरी तो नीयत अच्छी थी और मैंने तो अपना काम कर दिया। अब उसकी नीयत खराब थी तो वो तो दोजख में या हील गो इन हेल, है ना। आजकल वो ये थी फिलैंथ्रोपी बेसिकली।
No, I think for you, you said philanthropy is like giving, but without an intention of expecting anything back is
या
what you
या
feel is
या
philanthropy for you. So that's
या
amazing. I think with that note, we will close the session for today. Thank you so much. I have learned a lot from you and from this conversation we had so far. It was a pleasure to host you. Any parting words from you for our listeners? Any suggestions that you would want to give?
Actually, it was a pleasure talking to you, and it's really pleasure to interact with the audience. Also, I believe this podcast has reached out to a lot many, so that like we all are on the same page, and it's really wonderful to try. So, some see what I want to do is that some parting thing is that listen to your heart. In fact, to all the CSR professionals, it's just like you just have to listen to your heart and see what the heart says, and work accordingly. In fact, so it's really like you will be involved in a lot of number games, boggling numbers and all. But then अगर दिल से काम कर रहे हो तो जीत तुम्हारी होगी। थैंक यू।
Thank you. Thank you so much.